Hello there, welcome to the channel. This is Rex Nebula. Today we're going to talk about the Mikeneko and Mafumafu situation. Now, what has happened is Mikeneko has responded to Mafumafu's claims. Not too long ago, Mafumafu came out with this entire expose on his blog post explaining how he and Mikeneko were previously married and he divorced her because Mikeneko was being mentally abusive towards him and she was slandering him online on anonymous messaging boards. This was a crazy event. A lot of people went crazy and they couldn't believe what was happening. A lot of Mikeneko fans were saying that this was a one-sided statement from one party and they couldn't take it seriously. They were defending Mikeneko and they wanted at least Mikeneko to just respond to them to confirm the situation. Well, now Mikeneko has come out and responded to Mafumafu in this tweet. You can see that the tweet is only 4 hours ago. So this is the tweet. This is Mikeneko's tweet saying, regarding the matter that is causing a fuss. So this is a pixiv link. We are going to click on it and go to... Hold on. Okay, come on. As you can see, it is all in Japanese. We're going to Google Translate it and we're going to read it. So this is Mikeneko's pixiv account. And we're going to read her response. Alright, regarding the matter that is causing a fuss, thank you for your continued support. I apologize for bothering you with my personal matters. We would also like to once again apologize for having to inform everyone in this way. As has already been announced, Mafumafu and I registered our marriage in 2021 and divorced in 2022. Due to my job as a streamer, I have various constraints and as a result, I had to lie to everyone. I am truly sorry to everyone who has been supporting me. Additionally, this incident is a personal matter between me and him, and considering his privacy, I do not want to disclose what happened between us to the public. I just thought it shouldn't be done. However, since such a one-sided statement from Mafumafu has been made public, I feel that I have no choice but to mention it. Although we plan to reveal the details through litigation, we have decided to publish this article in order to at least convey to everyone what we need to know. About bifurcation, I think this means divorce. So Mikeneko says, while I was married to him, I did not have any relationship with Mr. B. I met Mr. B once before we got married, but we never went on a date, and we have never met since. Of course, I have never had a relationship with a man or a woman, except Mafumafu. You can find out by asking Mr. B, and I think he knows this too. The line exchanges have been made public. So regarding the line exchanges, okay, I'm just gonna stop here and just tell you guys, recently, Mafumafu had a live stream with Korekore, and in it, he showed a lot of photos and a lot of evidence regarding his time with Mikeneko, and one of those evidences happens to be one entire slew of line messages regarding his exchange with Mikeneko, and it was damning. It was basically showing what Mikeneko said. Now, I won't go into detail regarding what those line messages have because they're in Japanese, and while there are English translations, we are currently covering this situation by talking about Mikeneko's own response to Mafumafu. I will be making a separate video where we go through the line messages, where we go through everything Mafumafu has said during that live stream with Korekore, and we will talk about what was in those line exchanges. We will talk about that in the second video. Right now, we will be talking solely about Mikeneko's response to Mafumafu. Thank you for understanding. So, let's repeat ourselves. The line exchanges have been made public, and we have received feedback that the content should lead us to suspect him of cheating, and we are reflecting on that. However, it was just a message sent on the spot or as a joke, and as mentioned above, I haven't even met Mr. B once we got married. He's saying, so what she's saying is that Mafumafu made an allegation that Mr. B was cheating with Mikeneko, but here Mikeneko is saying she hasn't met Mr. B, who she supposedly cheated on, since she got married with Mafumafu. So she's talking about a different set of events from what Mafumafu has said. Moving on. Mikeneko says, about marital life, it is true that during marriage, I suspected him of cheating and questioned him. I'm sorry if that was pushing him into a corner, but my understanding is that I was harassing him or relentlessly restraining him. It is my understanding that the divorce negotiations have been settled. The doctor who was in charge of the divorce negotiations at the time will also provide information and cooperation to the lawyer who is currently in charge of the trial with him, including the timeline and events in the future trial. That's it. Also, since the lawsuit is ongoing, I won't go into details, but I had good reason to suspect that he was having an affair. Since we didn't hire a detective, we don't have any objective evidence, so we can't say for certain, but I also don't blindly doubt him, Mafumafu, for no reason. Under these circumstances, Mafumafu, he also suspected that I was cheating on him, and I think we both continued to be in a state of not being able to trust each other. It seemed like I was the only one who was abnormally restraining him, but he also prohibited me from contacting other men, and when I did, he was like, "We had promised to let you know in advance." About divorce discussions in the broadcast, he said that, okay, before we continue, Mikeneko is referring to the broadcast, the live stream, where Mafumafu and Korekore were talking about the divorce, the marriage life, and what happened to Mafumafu during his time with Mikeneko. I will be covering the broadcast in a later video. Again, about divorce discussions in the broadcast, he said that when I divorced him, he initially requested money, but after my relationship with Mr. B came to light, he stopped requesting money. Not a fact. First of all, the reason I, Mikeneko, was demanding money from him was because of moral harassment and an overly unilateral request for a divorce. Regarding this point, I will refrain from writing about the details here as there is a possibility that problems such as defamation may arise. I did not mention the affair because I received advice from my lawyer to refrain from making any claims as there is no objective evidence and it remains only a suspicion. When I consulted my relatives about him, they got angry and published the exchanges between me and my relatives, which could potentially infringe on his rights. So I decided to consult with my lawyer. Both parties decided to divorce without any money being exchanged. Mikeneko is basically going through all of the events, all of the allegations made against her from Mafumafu. So, about slander against him. It is true that I have made multiple posts about him. It is also true that he filed a lawsuit regarding this. I am very sorry about this. At that time, my contract with the agency ended, and at the same time, my boyfriend asked me for a divorce. After that, I was in a mental corner for a while, and after divorce, I posted my thoughts on the internet. I am really sorry. However, my lawyer has told me not to mention the lawsuit too much, so I won't go into details, but in my lawyer's opinion, many of the posts cannot be considered illegal. It's called deafness. I don't understand what she means. It's Google Translate, guys. I also admitted that I had posted the post, apologizing to him through my lawyer, and negotiated a settlement. However, Mafumafu asked me to 1. Suspend all activities under the name of a streamer, 2. Stop using SNS social media, 3. Issue a statement with the content requested by him, and 4. Pay 1 million yen in compensation conditions. Conditions were presented. At the time, my contract with the agency had ended, and I was worried about my life, so I was unable to accept his proposal. So Mikeneko is basically talking about her whole life days as Russia, and this is the agency she's referring to. And since we were unable to resolve the matter through settlement, we ended up filing a lawsuit. The lawsuit is full of stories about how I met him that are not directly related to the post in question, and his one-sided untrue statements, and there are many harsh expressions. And the lawyer also said that this is going too far. It's tantamount to a personal attack that unnecessarily degrades me through this lawsuit, he said. So, I filed a countersuit against him and went to the police. A complaint was filed and accepted about ex-partner and spreading falsehoods. Wow, Mikeneko is basically going through every single thing, every single allegation made against her by Mafumafu about ex-partner and spreading falsehoods. Mafumafu made a statement on the stream that he was spreading false information about my ex-girlfriend, saying that I had been sexually assaulted and impregnated. However, it is not true at all. I think that that's too harsh a statement. On the other hand, it was discovered that my former partner, a composer, was living with another woman while we were dating, and I was the one who suffered the damage. About pets. This is about the cat who died and his urn was basically stuck in Mafumafu's new home. About pets. On his stream, he said something to the effect that I was giving my cat dirty, cloudy water to drink, but that's not true. I took good care of my cat. The photo he said he took is probably of the water I left after I left the house. If you own a pet, you probably know that when you give your cat water, and a while after it drinks, the water becomes cloudy with the cat's saliva and body hair. Water was changed frequently. Also, there is no way they would give a meaningless meaningless explanations such as saying that cats won't drink unless the water is cloudy. I don't understand. Also, there is a misunderstanding that the pet's remains were left behind with the trash. First of all, the pet remains are those of a hamster, not a cat. I cared for him with great care, so when he passed away, I asked a mortician to cremate him and store his ashes with care. However, in the rush of having to move out, due to the divorce with Mafumafu, I ended up leaving the ashes of the hamster at Mafumafu's house. Therefore, I asked my lawyer to tell him that I would like the remains returned, but to date, Mafumafu has not received them. Lastly, we are currently pursuing both civil and criminal charges against him. In addition, his statement and distribution are too one-sided, and after consulting with a lawyer, we will be dealing with both civil and criminal matters, although it is really unfortunate. On my part, I never wanted to get into a conflict like this with the person I had pledged my life to. I am fully aware that I am at fault for posting against him. However, in the lawsuit, he claimed unfounded content that was not directly related to the post in question. And even though we had submitted counter-arguments and arguments in the lawsuit, he ignored all of them. It's really painful to be called out. I am in a position where I am supposed to make everyone smile, and I am very sorry that I have caused such an unseemly private matter to come to light to everyone. Please note that this matter is a private matter. Regarding this matter, I do not wish for any slander to be made against him, so please refrain from such actions. Also, in light of this incident, there has been a lot of excessive slander directed against me. We will continue to take legal action against such posts. I will continue my activities as a streamer, so even though this is a difficult situation, I will do my best to make everyone smile. That was insane. So what happened is Mikeneko has said some of the things that Mafumafu said about her was actually true, and a lot of the things that he said about her were also false or misrepresented. It's up to you to believe whether or not Mikeneko was in the right or whether or not Mafumafu was in the right. There's a lot of dirt and slander flying around, and no one really knows who's actually telling the truth. But for Mikeneko's fans, a lot of them are supporting her during this situation. There are a couple of fans right here now who have read the article, saying, I didn't know which was true or false, so I was thinking of remaining neutral. But after seeing the comment section, I changed my mind. I felt it was wrong and excessive for someone who had nothing to do with it to be unilaterally blamed. I will not give in to the slander and slander. I will support you. Another called Cypher's Eye said, as a fan, I had decided that no matter what happens, I will support Mikeneko until the end and believe in her and follow her. There is no falsehood or wavering in that feeling. As humans, we all experience setbacks and have various thoughts and conflicts, right? And I think that humans are creatures that make mistakes, and they experience many mistakes and failures, learn and live their lives. Please take care of yourself when times are tough or difficult. As a fan, I sincerely wish Mikeneko all the best in her future endeavors. I think it was inevitable that Mikeneko could not announce that she was married at the time. Mikeneko previously said on stream that she is grateful to her former members, even though she didn't participate in a certain person's stream the other day. It's a shame that 3 members were involved. The fact that you are making people smile through your distribution, live streaming activities is certain. So please keep up the good work. There are a lot of people supporting Mikeneko. Another one said, come on, don't be discouraged. The former wife's attributes are even better. Club said, it may not be easy to say, but I hope everyone is doing well. Someone else said, please don't forget to take care of yourself. We love you. Another one said, I know that litigation after divorce is difficult, but please take care of your mind and body and persevere. I only know Mikeneko by name, but I thought it was too much for her to be so unilaterally blamed by someone unrelated to her, no matter how much she was at fault. So you admit it. I can understand the anger of those in your family. Please do your best while consulting with someone you trust. Right, as you can see, a lot of people are still supporting Mikeneko even after all of this. Honestly, they are diehard fans, and no matter what happens, they will always have Mikeneko's back. This is not the end of her career, and she will continue to thrive. Maybe she'll have less opportunities in the future. A future with voiceover is up in the air. No one knows what's going to happen. But I think her live streaming career is far from over. We now have both sides of the situation. We had Mafumafu's expose, and now we have Mikeneko's response. Honestly, believe who you want to believe. If you want to support Mafumafu, support Mafumafu. If you want to support Mikeneko, support Mikeneko. That's up to you. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. This is Rex Nebula, signing out. Oh, and by the way, we will be making a separate video for Mafumafu's live stream with Korekore, and we will be discussing all the line messages in the second video. So subscribe to the channel if you want to find out what happened on that live stream. Again, thank you for watching. This is Rex Nebula, signing out.